Hello, my name is Abdullah Alali, and today I am presenting my NLP-based sentiment analysis framework for social media data. This project is about sentiment analysis, which means identifying whether a social media post is positive, negative, or neutral. The main problem is that social media text is very difficult to analyze. Posts are usually short, informal, and often include some slang, emojis, hashtags, abbreviations, and some spelling mistakes. And because of those issues in the text, the sentiment classification on social media is way harder than on formal written text. This is very important because social media contains a large amount of useful public opinion. It can be used in customer feedback analysis and also public opinion monitoring and especially social media analytics. However, doing this manually is very slow and time consuming and also impractical. So an automated system is very needed and would be very useful in this case. So for this project, I have used the tweet eval sentiment dataset, which is a benchmark dataset for tweet sentiment classification. It contains three classes, which are the positive, negative, and neutral. Now I will be explaining the methodology and the system workflow shown in the middle of the poster. The workflow starts with sample social media posts. Then the posts go through pre-processing, which means cleaning the text. In this step, user mentions are normalized, links are removed, and the text is prepared for tokenization. After pre-processing, the text is passed into two different models. The first is the baseline model, which is highlighted in light blue, and it is using the TF-IDF and the SVM. So the TF-IDF stands for term frequency inverse document frequency. It converts text into numerical features based on word importance. SVM means support vector machine, which is a machine learning classifier. The second is the advanced model, which is Roberta. It is a transformer-based language model. Roberta is better at understanding context for social media text, which makes it more suitable in this case. After that, the system produces one of three outputs, which are either positive, neutral, or negative. Finally, the models are evaluated using standard performance measures, macro averaged recall, precision recall, and F1 score. So the full workflow is simple. Input posts, pre-process the text, classify it into two models, then compare the results. Now moving to the results. The published benchmark results on the tweet eval sentiment task show a clear difference between the models. The SVM baseline achieved 62.9 in macro average recall. Roberta base achieved 71.3 and Roberta retrained on Twitter achieved 72.6, which was the best result over here. These results show that transformer-based models perform better than traditional methods on short and noisy social media text. This is because they understand context more effectively. Also, the improvement from 71.3 into 72.6 suggests that training on tweet retraining style language can improve performance further. In conclusion, this project presents an NLP-based framework for sentiment analysis in social media data. The results show that transformer-based models achieve higher performance than traditional methods, which makes them more suitable for word social media sentiment analysis. Finally, I would also like to highlight some examples here that classifies each tweet into a sentiment of either positive, negative, or neutral. Here we can see some text and where the AI would classify it based on some of the words and taking in mind the whole context of the sentence. Here we can see, love this new phone, the camera is amazing, and we have an exclamation mark. The AI reads this as positive, and here we have the worst update ever, nothing works now. This was classified as a negative sentiment. And finally, the event was okay, nothing special. This was classified as neutral. And going back to what we discussed earlier, by classifying these and having values for each, we can understand a lot of social media posts, and this can be an opportunity for lots of businesses and a lot of customer feedback to understand more about their businesses, universities, and schools, hospitals. They can improve based on the social media data that is available everywhere. It was nice presenting to you. This was Abdullah Al Ali. Thank you.